Hello everyone, this is Jimmy V with salescareer.net, and today you're going to quickly learn about the different sales career paths if you're interested in a career in sales. So a typical sales career path looks like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of these different roles and how many years that people typically spend in it and what to gain or look for once you are in these different roles and to move on to the next role along your sales career path. Now as you go through these different sales career paths, do have a pen and paper or take some notes as I'm writing along as well, so that you learn as much more visually seeing what I write as well as I talk, and then taking notes down yourself. So the first, of course, you're going to start off in sales as a sales rookie, or you'll start off as an entry-level position. What this typically looks like is you'll have either a 1 or 2 year experience in this role. And there's usually, the best thing you want to look for is some type of formal training. Now, the formal training is important because it'll help you build your foundation in sales, and experience is very important in sales. So you can gain this here during your rookie or entry-level position. So to make sure that you gain experience during this time. One other thing that you want to really consider about is the industry that you go into. So what do I mean by this? The industry? Well, let's say you want to go into, let's say, medical sales. Then you definitely want to find some rookie positions or entry-level positions, which is really lead you up to a medical sales position. You might want to look at either software sales or service type sales. So there's many different type of industries that you can go into to gain some experience. So typically around 1 or 2 years. Now, after you've gained some experience as a sales rookie or during your entry-level position of 1 or 2 years, you then qualify for a sales associate position. In this position, it usually requires around 2 years of experience. Most likely they'll have more formal training for you, which is really good, because what you want to have is that formal training or corporate training that you can utilize in your future sales as you move along the sales career path. And once again, during this time as a sales associate, you do want to start building your network. Now, this is very important because with your network, you can find other jobs in the future, or as you move along your sales career path, this will really help you develop and gain those different people that will give you those recommendations or referrals for different jobs that you go for in the future. After about 2 or 3 years, then you'll qualify to become a senior sales rep. And what this usually is that you've gained experience and you also gain some wins, and you've been recognized as an advanced salesperson within what you do. And this, of course, equates to more money for you as well as more responsibility. Some other roles, such as senior sales, would be like a key account manager role or a CAM. And what you do there is usually call on the high volume or most important customers, so VIP accounts, which equates to the most amount of money that you can bring in for the company. Now, here you gain some very deep experiences to move you to the next level. So here again, people usually spend in senior sales, typically before moving on to the next one, around 2 to 3 years. But also another thing, some people who want to stay in a career in sales for their whole career, that is fine as well. You know, what they typically do is they move along the path of a professional sales, where they go into become a specialist. They also move up into a professional level or advanced level, much more advanced. And of course, every year your sales, you do get a raise, or people who stay in as a career in sales completely, they make a lot of money by bringing in the numbers. So senior sales, if you stay this far, of course, a lot of it's in the money and what you do. And really the next step in the career path would be moving into a people management role. So we're going to go over that next. Now, after you've proven yourself as a senior sales professional, usually people then go to either a leadership development course through the company, and they move into people management. Usually people management requires around at least 3 to 7 years of experience in sales. And not only experience, but then you have the track record of winning awards. So definitely track your wins so that you can show progression in your sales, and then to qualify you to be moving into a district sales manager position. You also want to show leadership. So leadership, you can do a lot of that during your sales experience, during the different positions you have, by stepping up, giving presentations, coaching other sales reps. Let me write that down. Mentoring others, and taking on the new entry level or rookies and helping them develop them to become winners within their own sales career path, and you've had a place in that. I wrote down training because a lot of district managers come from the training department. Some people move off the sales career path and go to different areas such as marketing, or training is one that's really good that will help qualify you to learn some coaching skills as well as leadership and mentoring to move you into the district manager role. The district manager usually stays within a smaller geographic area, and it has around 7 to 12 people that they'll manage. After you have a district manager role and you've been successful in that it's around 2 to 3 years, you then move into a larger role, which you will cover a regional area, which will be either a regional business manager or regional sales manager. And what you typically need here is for a regional business manager, regional sales manager role is, of course, around 2 to 3 years of sales management experience or people management experience. You, of course, also want to demonstrate your past performance of winning awards and being able to do well in sales. You also want to demonstrate, once again, the leadership. So this leadership also carries forward onto here with the regional sales manager position. You want to show how well you've done in your previous sales management role to take on a bigger role, which will cover a much bigger area. Usually it's around 10 to 15 senior sales professional, or just like we talked about earlier, the key account managers. So these are the folks that has the higher responsibility or a much more senior or tenured track of sales professionals in the organization. So regional sales manager, usually people stay in this position for their whole career, but if they will want to move up to the next level in their sales career path, then after that would be the regional sales director. After you gain some experience in the field in managing sales professionals, either as a district manager role in a smaller geographic area or a regional manager role, some people also move into a national sales management role. Once you've gained around 3 to 5 or 7 years of experience as a district sales manager or a regional sales manager, then you'll qualify for a regional director role or a national director role, which covers, of course, the entire United States. So what directors usually do is they are managers of managers, as well as the sales professionals that fall under the district managers and regional sales managers. So managers of managers. They also set the budgets and the vision and goals, and are basically the managers of the regional sales managers and district sales managers. And they report, of course, to the VP, and we'll be going through that position next. And usually when people are successful within a 3 to 7 years spending it within this role, they then move on to the VP roles of sales, which we'll be going over next. Now the vice president of sales, usually directors who spend around 3 to 5 or 7 years of successful experience in that role, they then move up to a VP of sales role, which is, of course, the managers of the directors, as well as they manage the sales team, provides a high-level strategy as well as vision and goals. They work collaboratively with all the other functions within the organization, such as sales operations, marketing, and sales training. With this, to progress after VP of sales, some companies have a regional VP of sales. Some also have, you can start off as a VP of sales and afterwards move into a senior VP of sales. After that would be either CEO or Chief Sales Officer, CSO. But here, with our example of the sales career path, you move on from a rookie all the way up to the senior VP of sales. And along the way, some people do stay their entire career within sales and not really move up. A lot of the times, some companies have their sales rep makes a lot more money than either the managers or the directors, so they stay within that area. And not all the time, people want to go into people and management. It's a completely different than sales itself. But having that experience does qualify you, and if you show the leadership, you can move along the different sales career path. Thank you very much for watching, and we will talk to you again.